This is the best Trident Survival movie ever made. It was the richest, the most crazy, and the most cinematic movie on Trident Survival you're ever gonna watch. But where did the story begin?
Yes, we got him unconscious. Indeed, we are traveling to the island now.
What the hell? Where am I? Who was that?
Hang on.
Shit, that was a close call. Why did I have a gun on me?
I've just realised exactly where I am. I know this place way too well. It's way too dangerous. I will not come out alive unless I find him. I need to find my teammate, or else I'm gonna be doomed.
Where are you? You here? Anyone? Where have I ended up? Maybe trading post will have answers for me. Who's that guy there? Maybe he's down there. He's down there now. Who's this guy? Hello? Do you know where my teammate is? Mate, do you speak? You don't know where my teammate is? Oh shit. Tell me where you are! I need to find you! Clearly he's not here. Might as well get this to speed up my journey. I've looked around the entire map for him. Still not found him. What the hell is that naked doing? I should go talk to him. I don't know what he's doing. Yo, what you doing, bro? Bro, I asked you, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just farming electricity, man.
Yes, oh, it's this kid again. He's done so one of his shoots like that.
For real? I've got him. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Pipey. Oh, that's it. Oh, you can build it. I'm gonna put Choco for you. Holy shit, we're actually done with this. Okay, it goes all around this entire area.
Sorry,
Hit him!
Again,
Hit him with headshot, dead! No. Taking his shit.
This game has officially watched us grow from little kids to young men, and now we were back for the first time in over a year. We didn't really know what to expect. However, it turned out to be by far the richest, craziest, and overall best wipe we've ever gotten. This movie is sure to make history, even though the audio of the wipe wasn't recorded, which I still got around, and also the first 2 days of the wipe weren't recorded, which I got around as well to still create a very interesting and entertaining movie for you guys. So shortly after this is going to be a segment where it's going to be a reenactment of our first 2 days of wipe, and then after that it's going to be the real content of the movie. Enjoy the movie. We need to raid this kid.
Meet Andrew Ross. To be honest, we didn't actually have that much interactions with him throughout the wipe, however the ones we did have were pivotal. As you can see here, we had just raided his base and it was juiced with loot. However, how most great adventures start, there is a catalyst for treasure, and oh, there was a big treasure pending. Well, it looks like we've got more work to do in finding this new secret treasure. This map's got more secrets than we bargained for.
Now on to the real content.
But before I show you how our base and our loot looks, we've got a raid to do because my teammate was messing with a kid. Wow, yeah, I know, a big upgrade from what you saw previously. And here's how the loot looked.
We would do whatever we could to find Andrew Ross's treasure with this loot.
We would end up going for a roaming loot run now, but you will see that we will end up getting a little sidetracked.
We found this base in the missile silo that looked like it had a lot of weaknesses, so we decided to try and raid it. We got the shop owner to nearly sell out on handmade rockets. A new dawn calls for us to get rid of some nearby bases.
And just remember this kid that lives in that base, because he's gonna start getting annoying, and let's just say we're gonna get revenge. Because of what he done during our previous raid, now we're gonna raid him.
Clearly that didn't go to plan, so I decided to spawn out our missile silo base that we got from the raid. Oh fuck, there's a kid. Suffice to say, that wasn't a bad loot run in this silo, but now we would take our scopes to a different thing, constructing a boat base. But how would we do it?
Nice, this will end up being pretty handy. Don't think that we were gonna forget to raid that kid, because now we're back. Instantly after that raid, keeping all the stuff with us, we went to this base because we heard a kid raiding it. We killed him, and now we were gonna raid it.
Well, shit, people came to counter and now my teammates alone.
My teammate was on the floor. While trying to make a 1x1 to secure all the loot we had, my teammate died. It was all me now.
Oh fuck! Holy shit, luckily I got it all secured. There's still some more loot hanging about back there though.
No. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime. Oh, 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 serves as a reminder to count your blessings, 'cause it's time fair, time fair. But you gotta leave you dead and make them scared. Yeah, it's the thought of the truth, how they come back for you. Yeah, yeah, no. Don't you think you're better off where the neighbors don't stay? Maybe you're wanted, looking good for the movie screens, living make-believe horror wishes get granted. I know you're never giving up and let it feel a slippery slope. It's not enough to please you. Pretty Caroline, oh, 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 stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dime.
Pretty sexy raid, must I say. But now we actually have the depot. But now we would go full serious and full trust put into Andrew Russ and his message, his promise that he had a base lying around somewhere with crazy loot inside.
Could this be the base that is Andrew Russ's? Well, I don't know, but I know that we're gonna raid it anyways because it looks fucking juiced. It's also in a very, very discreet location. We would make this raid base as it's pretty far from our base, and then we get the rockets. Well, shit, he weren't lying.
That was very goodly, but maybe an over-exaggeration, but there are still these safes left.
We weren't just armed, we were armed to the teeth. Andrew Russ had kept his promise. 160 rockets worth of boom, ready to shatter the world. But as the sun set and the adrenaline kicked in, we couldn't help but wonder, what do you do with that much power? You raid, and we took it to the next level.
But anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, we had all this boom, all this power. Now we just have to take sweet, sweet revenge against anyone who's wronged us in the past. And the first base is down. By the way, the map top left is just showing which bases we've raided and where. These guys were actually pretty irritating throughout the wipe, so it was good to get them gone. Oh, well there's another one down. We were fucking with this base in this area with monstrosities built around us. Another one bites the dust. We had too much boom to know what to do with, and no one was resisting. Into a slightly larger base now. If you can't tell, I did turn up the brightness a little bit so you guys can see more clearly. Some counter raiders showed up. Another base fails to survive under our wrath. Some more counter raiders showed up. Probably the most bang for our buck raid so far. We bought a bunch of stuff to help with the base defense. As we're raiding this base, I'm going to take some time to ask for your support in terms of liking, subscribing, commenting, turning on notifications, etc. Any positive comments and stuff would help, and any feedback you may have will help me keep pumping out these movies and cool vids in the future. Thanks for watching so far, and enjoy the rest of the movie. Not a bad raid at all, a ton of electronics and farm. But now, let's get into the biggest raid of all. We are in, although we couldn't claim the base because the TCs were overlapping from the other base on top.
I mean, it's alright, like, overrated as fuck, in my opinion. I mean,
This raid was very simply just mid, and it didn't really have anything that we necessarily needed. After this, nothing of significance happened to the story on this day. Just some loot organization and half-assed PvP for 2 hours. But as I haven't covered it much, I'd like to show you the defenses we've built on the base and the loot we had amassed. So this was our base, a triple compound with electric compound walls in the middle and Tesla pylons scattered around everywhere we can fit. Our base was probably around 40 to 50 rockets to raid now, and it could be more due to the Tesla pylons on the outside and the gas traps on the inside. We were surely unraidable now. We were off for a little too long. We are now under siege. How? No time now. I'll explain later. Well, I got the TC back, but I can't do anything. There's no steel or anything. Killed one, maybe I can try seal or something. Alright, I sealed the top at least. Fuck, they were camping. I killed both of them, that's so fucking good. I need to go for the boom, the most valuable thing. Oh shit! What do I do now? Do I just make a run for it? Fuck it! Oh shit, bro's right there. Ooh, well I got the best stuff, but I know there's still more shit I need to get from there. As we stare at each other with our guns pointing directly at our skulls, I just want to explain what the hell just even happened. So going back to the TC now, it had 21.5 hours of upkeep, but the thing holding it back wasn't actually the steel, it was the iron. And the first major downside of this is the fact that all the peaks are iron, and with them decaying, the roof just got a whole lot more vulnerable. More importantly, Inside the honeycomb is mostly iron, because you know, we built one honeycomb on top of it before we had enough steel to upgrade it. This means that there'd be a huge gap in the honeycomb which would be exposed by the roof being open, making this a 2 or maybe even 1 wall raid. But anyways, where were we? Oh yeah. So obviously now the next logical step would be to construct a new base, but all we really had was boom and guns. Yeah, I know, what a pity. However, we can't make a base with that, so now we would need to grind again. And this is where we built our new base, very close to our old one in this cool sand mountain spot. But trust me, this base will be just as durable, if not more durable than the old base, and be way cooler. By the way, we acquired those Tesla traps through picking it up from our old base, and we picked up some gas traps as well. Then I was just PvPing, probably a combination of the players who raided us and just random players around. So now, what do? We have all this boom, but not a lot of stuff. We find a base to raid, and that's what we're going to look for now. Now that we found this bad puppy, you know exactly what we were going to do. Die to a hacker. Yep, we were going to die to a hacker on the way to get rockets. So we waited until he wasn't in the server anymore, and then we went to raid. Not a bad raid, we just kind of got more boom, and then we sold some stuff we didn't need in the trading shop to get more profit. One's dead. Teammate's dead. Holy crap, that kid just killed another random kid. Ended his streak. Look at all this boom that we still have, wow. Yet we still decided the best course of action was the eco raid. We was then looking for another eco raid. They asked why, we just thought it was fun at the time, and then we found this base. This began like an odd 40-minute saga where we attempted to break into their base, and let's just say it had a lot of twists and turns. Meet Pelias. He will get pretty unlucky in the future. Yup, you saw that correctly, the idiot rocketed himself. And with the help from his own rocket, we started eco-raiding. And with my teammate down, they were sure to press me harder. But I'll spare you some of the details. We basically tried to get in, we couldn't get in, then we started getting shot by a hacker. Then I got stuck and then I reset. But that's not going to be the end of it.
And here's the loot that we gathered from this base. But if you guys couldn't tell, this was meant to be an online raid, so we was going to give them back a tier 2 and some other stuff. And his teammate tried stealing a gun, so, you know, we just killed him. So now we just depoted the loot back to our main base. And if you guys can see here, we put electric compound walls closing the gaps between our base and the sand mountains, just creating a sort of fortress. And trust me, this will become a genuine fortress. And then I woke up. But this is where I usually go to sleep. Yeah, and that's because I lost a 4-hour recording due to a power cut. We've done some raids, including this one, which we haven't finished yet, and some other stuff, but nothing too major. We upgraded the base a lot, however. Now our base grew a lot. It had the genuine vibe of a sand mountain fortress. But our raid wasn't finished. We only hit one loot room and there was definitely way more at the back, so we returned with a lot of boom. But then we were in a pickle because of this Tesla pylon, and looking back at it now, we should have just rocketed it, but we really didn't want to waste the rocket or two, so we just decided to try eco-raid it, try anti-man it, and we got it so low. But then this happened. A very sus player instantly killed my teammate, exactly knowing where he was. We had enough. Let's switch over to the next day. Our base got raided, or shall I say, someone attempted to try and raid it. They got all the way to the core, but our walls were just a little bit too strong. We withstood this time. Now I'm not gonna lie, me finding these kids would set off a rivalry that I would have to deal with just solo for now, and they would also have neighbours that we would also rival, as you can see here. Ah, this was frustrating. My teammate was now online. But now we were going to pack our rockets and get ready to raid them. My teammate killed a kid in the door. Hang on, there's now a door open and there's a wooden wall right there, and I still have a rocket. Then we both hopped on a little bit later and found ourselves some new enemies in the same area. My friend was getting the boom and I was holding down the fort. We decided to raid this base, and this is actually me returning from getting killed during the raid. We never actually found the core of this base, we just found some loot rooms with some average loot. So, yeah. We were now roam raiding and we realised someone built in this location. If you don't remember the start of the video, I was showing you guys that we raided this base and we got stacked from an early game. Now we were back. They had done goofed up bad. However, the base owners had now come back from wherever they were, so now we had to make a play. We both died, but it's fine because the door closed and we regrouped in our raid base. We found this base deep in the snow. This cave base looked like a fortress. This would end up being our final raid of the wipe, as it was now Friday, but it might not go as expected and I would have to take it onto my own hands. First, I blow up these windows. There is no way in hell I'm going through all that pancake. Now through the steel windows. the final rocket of 9 on this steel wall. Now anti-matting after 7 rockets. I anti-matted through this entire door. Someone had found out about my raid. I had ran out of boom. I would eco-raid this door and then I need to get new rockets. I eco-raided 300 damage off this door. Then while going through this door, someone tried to ambush me. Him throwing that 3C4 is probably the most demoralising thing that could have happened at the moment. That's all I needed to get through another door. But I was lucky there was C4 in the shop. And I did blow through, and this is all the loot that I got.
That's how beautiful you are.
Thank you for watching the entire movie. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback or comments, please make sure to comment down below. Like and subscribe if you liked, and I'll see you guys next time.